So the conspiracy theory I chose to research was Princess Diana was murdered. The main points I'm going to be going over today are the history of the theory. There's a lot of long-standing theories with real effects. 2, the persuasive reasoning behind it. There's a lot of logical explanations that kind of are supported with emotional motives. And 3, my personal input, my own conclusions and takeaways. So, was it really just an accident? Is the British establishment so powerful that they are capable of covering up the murder of such a beloved princess? On August 31st, 1997, Princess Diana was killed in a car crash. In this car crash, her then boyfriend, Dodi Fayed, was also killed, which is important to note for later. People have been suspicious of it for years. Evidence and motives makes this a more realistic and credible theory. It has never been officially proven that she was murdered despite all the evidence that exists. So it's important to understand the timeline of events. In 1981, Charles and Diana got married. In 1989, Charles admits that he has been cheating on Diana with a longtime friend, Camilla Parker Bowles. In 1992, Charles and Diana split and started going through the process of divorce. In 1997, the accident that kills her occurs. And shortly after, in 1998, Camilla and Charles make their relationship public. So the history behind the theory. Almost immediately after the accident occurred, theories began. People were right off the bat suspicious. Many variations occur of what people believe happened and why she needed to be killed and how she was killed, but they're all rooted in the same belief that someone wanted to kill Diana. The theories were relevant enough to spur an actual police investigation, but it was very short-lived, which I personally think is a little suspicious. So the motives and the methods. So some of the reasons that the British establishment might have wanted Diana dead was 1, it was rumored that she was pregnant with her then boyfriend, Dodi Fayed's baby. And some people think that the British rulers were skeptical to have an Egyptian Muslim so close to the throne. But there were medical tests done after she was deceased, and all of the tests came back negative for any pregnancy hormone. But some of those results kind of contradict what Fayed's father said, which he basically confirmed Diana was pregnant. So there's a lot of back and forth on that theory. And on the other hand, which has a little bit more evidence behind it, is that Charles needed the path cleared so he could marry Camilla, which he wasn't really able to marry her while Diana was still alive because Diana was such a beloved princess, it would have caused a lot of controversy. And the methods, kind of the ways people think that the car accident was set up, is 1, car troubles. People believe the brakes were cut and someone sabotaged them in that way. It is noted that that night there was a lot of flashing lights and cars all over the place, so some believe the paparazzi caused the car to speed up and therefore get in an accident, or the paparazzi distracted the driver, and methods like that. So some of the persuasive reasoning behind this theory. The theory is supported by a lot of logos and pathos, so a lot of logic and emotional appeals. The logic behind it is definitely from the letter Diana wrote herself and the motives of the British establishment. So the letter Diana wrote. Shortly before her death, Diana wrote a letter to her longtime butler, and in this letter it details how she believes her husband is planning an accident for her, and this accident would be car troubles, and how the reasoning behind the accident would be so he could marry Camilla. And the reason Diana was suspicious of this and believed it would be a car accident was because shortly before this, her bodyguard had been killed in a car accident after it was revealed that the bodyguard and Diana had been romantically involved. And the emotion behind it would be the British establishment. We can kind of understand kind of their thought process on it all, how they were probably caught up in kind of a panic and passion and not really thinking it all through and just needed to get Diana out of the picture. And it's impossible to ignore the motives and all with the convenience for Charles of Diana's death and the rumor of Diana's pregnancy. So my personal input on it all is my mom has always been really interested in this theory, which made me want to do my own research. There are so many believable theories which caused me to personally lean towards the side of that it wasn't just an accident. The fact that the authorities did start investigating, then just kind of stopped, I also think kind of points towards just suspicious activity. And I do believe that the British establishment has enough power to do this type of thing. So the final takeaways I want you guys to take away from this presentation is this theory isn't difficult to believe considering the real facts and motives that support it. The theory has been made to be so believable mainly due to the amount of logos and pathos woven into all the supporting theories. I'm really happy I chose this topic for my presentation because, in my opinion, it's one of the most believable theories out there right now. I think more people should take the time to learn about this theory because there is an all too real possibility of such a powerful establishment being able to essentially get away with murder, which I think should be known and taken into consideration for future circumstances. Although this theory may never be officially proven or disproven, I think it's really valuable to learn about. So thank you very much. And there's my works cited piece.